What's going on, guys? It's J-Ho bringing you a brand new video, and today Bungie dropped their latest blog post, and within it we saw a bunch of changes coming to Destiny 2. So first up, we saw some changes to the matchmaking system in Crucible, so mainly focusing on the two different playlists that are going to be implemented in Destiny 2's Crucible, which is the quick play playlist as well as the competitive playlist. Starting off with the quick play playlist, matchmaking is going to be a lot shorter, a lot quicker to get into games, and it's going to be less reliant on skill. So it's more about just getting into games really quickly and just playing some Crucible more casually. They also mentioned for Control specifically, they extended the time for the match. They made the score a little bit higher that you need to achieve to win. And so they made it a little bit longer because some games felt really short, especially if you get mercy ruled or you get a mercy rule on the other team. And so they made it a little bit longer, specifically because there were some games where a player would not even get their super one time just because of the slow charge time that they had in the super for the Destiny 2 console beta. So these tweaks are being made for the PC beta as well as the full version of the game once those come out on the respective platforms. And then for the competitive playlist, it's going to focus more on connection quality as well as skill. So that's where you're going to see more of the skill-based matchmaking take into play as well as good connection. So hopefully we see a lot of that in Destiny 2 once the full game launches and in the PC beta, because we all want really good connection and good quality matches. And the skill-based matchmaking is going to make for more intense and competitive games as well. Next up, Bungie made a lot of fixes and tweaks in response to some of the feedback that they got after the Destiny 2 console beta. So starting off, they fixed the infinite super glitch as well as the infinite grenades glitch. Obviously, we knew that was not going to make it into the full game. I was pretty glad though that we got to experience at least the infinite super glitch in the beta, because with all those new subclasses we at least got to try it out a little bit more and just explore some of the combos with some of those new super abilities. So it was really fun, and I thought that was a good glitch to have in the game, but not in the full game, just in the beta. So at least we got to play around with it and experience it just to get a feel for some of those new super abilities. Next up, there were some fixes to Warlock. So there was a Warlock glide glitch that they addressed, as well as the melee range on Warlock. So that was a big fix for the Warlock melee, and now it will be equivalent to every other class in the game. Next up, we got a bunch of tweaks that they made to the game. So I think all these tweaks are really good things that they address in response to the console beta. So first up, we got globally reduce the time it takes to charge your super. I think that tweak is really good. That was one of the criticisms that I personally had. I thought it was a little bit too slow, especially for PvE, in the time it takes to charge your supers or your abilities in general. So I felt like that was a much needed change that they needed to address, especially for PvE, because using your super is a lot of fun, and I think it adds that extra layer of fun just because you're using unique abilities that are specific to this game. So I think for PvE especially, this was a much needed change. Next up, we got increased grenade damage in PvE. So this is a really good change as well, especially because some of the cooldowns on your abilities seem a little bit too long. So adding that more damage in makes your abilities more worthwhile whenever you do use it, since it doesn't come up as frequently. So another good change in my opinion. And then finally, we got increased power ammo drops in PvE. So another really good change. I think this was an issue ever since Destiny 1, especially for heavy ammo, because heavy ammo in PvE was very sporadic. It wasn't very consistent overall. Sometimes you would get a lot, sometimes you get none or very little bit, and that caused a lot of issues with heavy ammo synthesis, having to wait for teammates to wait for their cooldowns on that. And so being able to get guaranteed drops from like majors and bigger enemies like that, and not having to just rely on luck or RNG on your ammo, is a pretty good factor. I think that's a really good change for them in a PvE. So those are all the changes that they made since the console beta. One last thing before I end the video though. This weekend is the last weekend of Trials of Osiris in Destiny 1. So if any of you guys want to go to the Lighthouse or experience Trials in Destiny 1 for the very last time, then this weekend is your last chance to experience Trials as it is in Destiny 1. That's about it for this video though. Thank you guys for watching. As always, like, comment, subscribe, stay tuned for more videos, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace!